Ladies, gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, it is finally time for my Dragunity Deck Profile. After weeks and weeks of teasing it, after weeks and weeks of me not shutting that goddamn hell up on the podcast, it is finally time. The time has come. We are here today to give you the deck profile of Dragunity post-structure deck. That's right, this deck profile might seem somewhat redundant, much like the Prank Kids profile, because we are proxying the new cards, but hey, this deck, I don't think you can change very much. If I'm being completely honest, if you're going to change anything, it might be some ending combo bits, but for the most part, you're probably going to be doing the same thing here because, well, the combo is so broken, it's so consistent, and I will be showing you that that combo right after the profile. So, without further ado, my name is Reese, welcome to the Elite YGO, and let's get on with the deck profile. Okay, so starting with the monsters, we are playing the best, well, arguably the best normal summon in the deck, 3 Dragunity Ducks. I'm sure you guys know what these cards do by now, but basically what Ducks does on normal summon is he equips a tuner from the deck, and that's all he ever does. He is great at it, no restrictions to him. He's probably the best normal summon, but he's not the only normal summon. We also play 3 Dragunity Senatus. Now, you might say my ratios are off here, but they're not, and let me explain to you why. You want to open a playable hand every single time. Now, you might say that some cards you don't need to run multiples off because you might brick, but if you open 3 Senatus and 2 Ducks, you've got full combo. As long as you can get to Gaydog, at the end of the day, you're going off, provided your opponent has no hand traps in that scenario. But, like I said, Senatus and Ducks, I think, are mandatory 3-ups in the decks because they're nuts. What Senatus lets you do is it lets you discard a Dragunity card to equip a tuner from the deck, but it does lock you into dragons for the rest of the turn, from the extra deck anyway. So this card is broken, along with Ducks. That's why you play 3 of each. Nothing wrong with playing too many normal summons. For more Dragunity cards, we also play 3 of the new Legatus. This card is everything the deck needed. It is an extender, it is a card that helps you play through hand traps. This card is fantastic. It also lets you pop back row, which is like give or take really. I've never actually successfully done that because it just never comes up. But yeah, this card, being able to special summon itself from the hand is basically everything Dragunity ever wanted. The only thing that would benefit this card more is if it lets you equip a tuner from the graveyard. If it was that broken, this deck would be like tier 1, I think, if it just added that little effect to it. But regardless, we're here now. So yeah, 3 Legatus, this card's absolutely broken. We also play, just to round off the Wing Beasts, we play 1 Zephyros, 1 Baby Rock, and 2 Garuda the Wind Spirit. So this is pretty standard stuff. Garuda's just a free extender. As always, Baby Rock and Zephyros are part of the combo, which I will be showing you later yet again. Onto the Dragons, we play 3 Mistletoe. This card is just nuts. Searchable now, which is so cool. Basically, if you control a Dragunity, you contribute it, summon this guy, and then equip a tuner from the deck, from the graveyard. Doesn't have to be a tuner, and you'll see why later, because it's not always a tuner, but starting off the combos, sometimes it will be. But if you're doing your full combo, you'll be equipping something even more powerful. We also played the 1 Levitine. Since Red Eyes Darkness Metal got its errata, this has replaced it because it is just a glorified Red Eyes Darkness Metal without the errata, but only really allowing you to do the combo with tuners and stuff. So other than that, this card is just abusable as all hell. Also lets you summon it from the graveyard and hand by banishing a Dragunity monster that's equipped with something. Or sorry, something that's equipped with a Dragunity monster. So it can be anything. It could be your, I don't know, your Borrowed Savage Dragon equipped with your Romulus. That's a thing that comes up, I promise you that. Onto the Dragon Tuners, which are probably the most important part of the deck. We play 3 Dragunity Remus. This card is nuts. It searches you Dragon Ravine. So you can discard it, search Dragon Ravine, and then it floats itself back to the field, basically whenever you need it. This card is just so sick. I just wish if you equipped it, it would summon itself back on the field, but we can't have everything. The deck is broken enough as it is. Maybe Konami thought, you know what, if we add that clause to this card too, it would be insanely broken. But yeah, this card, I'm so glad they decided to print something like this. Onto probably the second best tuner, and it's a close second. This one just doesn't search your Dragon Ravine, but it is the most crucial card in the combo because it special summons itself from the spell and trap zone for free. I think I just did some copyright infringement for that one. But yeah, this card is nuts. You basically abuse the living hell out of this in your combo, which is really, really nice. We compare that with 2 Dragunity Chaos. You can play this at 3-2 if you're really feeling ballsy, but I don't think it's super necessary because you're basically going to search the tuner you're missing during the combo. If you start with Chaos, you'll search Phalanx. If you start with Phalanx, you'll search Chaos. So it's not really that relevant, but if you want to play things like, I forget what the card's called, basically the one that discards a Dragon tuner to draw 2. I forget what it's called now. I'm such a bad player at this game sometimes. And 2 cards that everyone thinks is a brick, but they're not. Goliath and Lechery. Shout out PheonixFlarex for basically giving me the idea of these cards. These are not bricks in your hand. Contrary to popular belief, if you open either of these, you can just alternate your combo to summon him out differently. For example, let's say you open Goliath. Well, here's the thing. Instead of getting Alpy to summon it out, you can just discard it and summon it off Pisty later at the end of your combo and basically do it the other way around. This card is really, really strong. And Lechery, if you open with it, it just means you get to add a free extender instead of this. It really doesn't matter. So if you open these cards, if your hand's really cloggy and you open both and like completely unplayable, well, bad luck. But these cards are not bricks individually, provided you have your full combo with them. So there is no reason not to play this. There is no reason to not want to lock your opponent's extra deck, and there's no reason to not want to lock their spells as well, because this outs Forbidden Droplets, Dark Ruler No More. Very, very strong stuff. Onto the spell cards. This is pretty self-explanatory here. Triple Dragon Ravine with the Terraforming. We now have more ways to search Dragon Ravine than ever before. Even when Terraforming was at 3, we still have more now. Obviously, the key field spell in the deck, and you always want to see it. We also play 3 Dragunity Glow. This is one of the newer cards as well, as you can see with the Japanese writing there. Basically, this searches you it just searches Mistletoe. You're never going to search anything else but Mistletoe, if I'm being completely honest. And then you can banish it from the graveyard to special summon an equipped monster. Sometimes you special summon a synchro monster from the equipped area. So, this card is the shit, mind my language. We also play 2 Divine Lands, just a free extender in most scenarios. Sometimes if you open Dragunity Glow, you can just search this and just get a free extender, which basically lets you push your combo so much further than it could ever go. We'll play 2 World Legacy Guard Dragon along with a Monster Reborn. Again, more extenders. You want to see full combo with extenders because it lets you push for an extra negate most times. So these cards are really broken. Also, there are some obscure hands where like moving your monsters actually matters with this card. So yeah, there's that. We play 1 Foolish Burial and 1 Dragon Shrine. Again, these cards are just low-key extenders in the end of the day. I know I'm not playing the Dark Worm, but I don't know. With all the testing I've done, it's just it doesn't come up enough for me. It is good, don't get me wrong, but most of the time you're probably going to send Remus or a tuner just to normal summon your ducks and do your full combo anyway. And then the final spells, 3 Call by the Grave, because we don't want people to stop our combo with their stupid hand traps. This deck is also Nibiru proof, so I guess if you open the correct hand, you can dodge the Nibiru, but for the most part, a really well-timed Ash Blossom or Effect Veiler will, it'll crush you in some scenarios. But for the most part, Call by the Grave is pretty much a staple. You'll notice I'm not playing the Forbidden Droplets in the main. My deck is 44 cards at the moment. I don't think you should be playing 40 if you're playing the Amorphages. I think you should try to get it to about 44, 45. That's just my opinion. If you think I'm wrong, that's okay. But it's just, you know, I've been playing this deck for so long. I just think 44 to 47 is the sweet spot for this deck. But again, pick what you think is right. Before we get into the extra deck, I'd like to give a quick shout out to nikijo.com.au. Please use their website for all your single needs. Use promo code ELITE5 for a 5% discount on any order you make. So, link will be in the description. Go check them out. Okay, onto the extra deck. It's a pretty simple stuff. We play the Alpy and the Pisty. Obviously, very important for your combo. For the Link 2s, we play Romulus, strong as card. We play Heraldic Seal of Heavenly Spheres. In some combos, you can actually end on this as opposed to the Link 4 Red Eyes, which is really, really, really good. And then the obligatory Crystal Haki Fibrax. I know some people might not be happy seeing this, but for as long as this card's around, I'm probably going to be playing it in all my decks that have any kind of tuner monsters. So yeah, this card is just so broken. And if you just do the normal summon ducks, equip a tuner from the graveyard combo, this is necessary to get you your missing tuner monster. And you'll see that in the combo video later. The one off Link 3 is just the triple burst. It's just part of the combo, nothing to explain there. And then the Link 4 is the Darkness Metal, the Dragon of Dark Steel. I've never read its name entirely, but I just call it Red Eyes Link. But yeah, this is basically an extender plus the ending combo piece in most scenarios. So this card is really, really strong. Onto our favorite part of the deck, the synchros. We play the best synchro in the game, Dragunity Knight Gaydurg. It's not once per turn, and that's all I need to say. Basically, you can add a dragon or a wing beast, and then discard a dragon or a wing beast from your hand. This is hella abusable because it's not once per turn. This card is amazing. We also played 2 Barcha. Shout out to PheonixFlarex again, because he kind of gave me the idea to play 2, because in the combos where you make Crystal Wing Synchro Dragon, in the scenarios where you make Crystal Wing Synchro Dragon as like your 5th summon, you kind of need to do the combo in its entirety. And like he said, it's kind of worth playing 2 and losing that extra deck spot if it means that in some scenarios you can get the most out of the card you've drawn. So yeah, I agree with him entirely on that. Obviously, the one Dragunity Knight, a Reed Bear, this card is just another negate. I'm so glad Dragunity got this card. I can't wait for this one to get printed too, but yeah, this just negates stuff, and it's really nice. Negates monster effects, of course. This card is broken for that reason and that reason alone. Also, it's a level 10, which is like super, super cool. And then we play the Dragunity Knight Ascalon to round off the Dragunity Synchros. This basically is just Dark Arm Dragon for Dragunity monsters. It's basically the card you summon last, going second, or say your opponent like broke some of your board, but not all of it, and then you just want to go pop their field and just attack with everything for game. This card is really crucial for that. You can also alternate this with Borrelsword Dragon. It's really up to you, but if you're doing your full combo, chances are you're going to have like 8,000 damage plus on the field anyway. So Borrelsword seemed a bit redundant when I was testing it, and so I put the Ascalon back in because it just helps pop stuff to make you swing for that final bit of damage. We also play Borrelword Savage, part of the combo. You always make this. This card's broken as all hell. And then the Nibiru Dodger, Crystal Wing Synchro Dragon himself. Basically, you only really summon this if you're trying to dodge Nibiru and summon him on your 5th summon. Most times you're not summoning him other than that, but that's okay. It's worth playing him just for that reason alone. And for the star of the show, I say, is just another LP. Heretic Dragon, King of Atum. This card is so broken. Just summons a dragon out of your deck, 0/0 attack and defense. Who cares? You're going to link it off anyway, get it back at its full power. Usually you're summoning the Leviathan, off this. So its attack and defense don't matter because you'll get it back at full strength, and then you're going to synchro off with it again anyway, so does not matter again. So that's the main deck, guys. Let's get right into the combo video so you can understand the true power of Dragunity and understand why I will not shut up about it. Okay, so for this specific combo, you can do it a multitude of ways, but I'm just going to show you a very standard way to do it, and then you can obviously, as you practice the deck and learn the combos, you'll figure out what cards you kind of need or what cards you can use to get to the same result. But for right now, we're going to be using Phalanx, Ravine, and a discard. Shout out Phoenix yet again. I sound like a massive fanboy right now, but if it wasn't for him, I might have given up the deck entirely. So really, dude, huge shout out to you. And this is entirely his combo. I'm just showing it as a sign of respect to one of my favorite Yu-Gi-Oh content creators out there. So if you're watching this, my man, thank you very much. So let's do this combo and get started with it. So again, with Ravine, Phalanx, and a discard of any kind. So the first thing we'll do is we're going to activate Ravine. Then we're going to activate Ravine's effect, discarding the Phalanx to search us Dragunity Ducks, the single best normal summon right next to Senatus. Then we're going to normal summon and then equip the Phalanx, special summon Phalanx, synchro off into Gaydurg. Gaydurg's effect will activate. We're going to add Baby Rock, discard Baby Rock. That's right, Gaydurg doesn't make you discard a different card. You can straight up discard the card you searched, so that's pretty good. Baby Rock's effect will activate because it was discarded to summon itself. From there, we're going to link them off into my favorite link monster for Dragunity specifically. It's not my overall favorite. LP is my overall favorite. We're going to activate his effect to search Dragunity Glow. So from here, we're going to activate Dragunity Glow, search Mistletoe. Like I explained before, it's basically the only thing you ever search. You can attribute the Romulus for the Mistletoe, and then activate Mistletoe's effect to equip the Gaydurg. From here, we're going to activate Dragunity Glow's effect by banishing it to summon Gator back to the field. And that's right, we're going to use this effect yet again. We're going to add and discard Zephyros. Basically, those first two add and discards are always going to be the same. More likely than not, it's never going to be different, so just keep that in mind. From here, we're just going to overlay into a fantastic Xyz monster, a Tum, detach a monster. Usually I detach the Mistletoe. I'm not sure it matters entirely, but let's just say it does. We're going to summon out the Leviathan. From here, we're going to use Leviathan's effect on summon to equip Phalanx. And then what I'd like to do is use Zephyros' effect to bounce back the Ravine to summon out Zephyros, and then we're going to summon out the Phalanx from the graveyard. From here, we're going to use a Tum and Phalanx to make Crystron Halqifibrax. Halqifibrax's effect will activate, summoning out our Chaos. At this point, you can activate Ravine to discard your random discard to search your Remus. You can do it in any order. You can do Halqifibrax first, or the Ravine first. Maybe you want to do Ravine first to see if they've got Ash, but surely they would have Ashed you by now. So at this point, you're fairly safe. So I don't think it matters entirely what order you do it in. So from here, we're going to synchro off the Chaos and the Blackwing Zephyros for Dragunity Barcher. Sorry, the zone placement's a bit awkward because I have to pick a certain spot for the camera to pick it up without any glare. And if there is glare, I apologize. It's really, really hard with that correct lighting. So, Barcher will activate its effect on summon to equip Chaos, Phalanx, and any other Dragunity card. We do this so our Mistletoe has something to summon itself back with. From here, we're going to summon our Phalanx back to the field and our Chaos back to the field. Then we're going to link off the Chaos for our Pisty. And then we're going to link off the Leviathan and the Halqifibrax for Triple Burst. And we're going to activate Pisty's effect to, yet again, abuse Gaydurg. Gaydurg's effect will activate. We're going to add Lechery and discard Remus. The reason you choose Remus is because it's a free extender at the end of your combo, so please keep that in mind. At this point, your Barcher is still equipped with the Mistletoe, so what we're going to do is we're going to activate Leviathan's effect to banish the Barcher, which will send Mistletoe to the grave, to summon back Leviathan. Leviathan here is going to equip Chaos. Then we're going to use these two to synchro off into Borrelode Savage. Savage's effect will activate, equipping usually the Romulus. Like I said before, you kind of want a Borrelode Savage equipped with a Dragunity card so you can abuse this later, provided you're, well, that's, yeah, provided if your opponent breaks your field or not. Chances are, if you get this fight, they're probably not going to break it. From here, what we're going to do is we're going to summon Chaos. Sorry, but yeah, uses effect, summon Chaos, synchro these two into Reed Bear. From here, we're going to summon out our Remus because we have the requirements for its summoning out of the graveyard. We're going to link it up, which requires it to be banished. We're going to summon Pisty in this zone pointing here. We're going to link these two off for Spheres. And now Guard Dragon Alpi and Heraldic Dragon of Heavenly Spheres share a zone. We're going to use his effect to summon Goliath straight from the deck. Then we play the Lechery in the scale, and that's your end field, ladies and gentlemen. Right here, of just more or less two cards that are consistently easy to get you. You've got one Monster Negate, an Omni Negate, a free bounce with an extender built into it, and then you've got an extra deck lock and a spell lock. I don't know how you lose in this scenario. You can't get Dark Ruled, you can't get Forbidden Droplet. The only thing that you might lose to, and if they have it, they have it, is double evenly matched. If they have that, you're pretty much screwed. But again, you would probably keep like, I mean, obviously you would negate the first evenly with this, so you're left with no negate, so you'd probably want to keep this or this. I would usually keep the Goliath because sometimes just the Goliath is enough to stop your opponent from playing entirely. But that's the combo, guys. That's the deck profile. If you think I should make any changes, should I add Tempest, for example? Tempest is a very good card. So, if you liked the video, please give the video a thumbs up. Hit us with a subscribe. Leave me a comment down below what you think, and again, what you think I should change, because the deck's not out yet, so we have plenty of time to theory craft this deck. So, with that being said, I'll see you guys next time.